Hey guys, this is Dr. Gearhart, and we are here with my lovely neighbor and good friend Kelly Turner. So Kelly, you participated in our weight loss program and in our red light therapy program over the last year or so. Tell us how this worked for you.
Absolutely. Well, so I did the red light in 2 different rounds. The first time I did, or not the red light, I'm sorry. I did the Chirothin weight loss program, the 6-week program. I started that the first time in May of 2021. And in that first round, I was amazed. I lost over 25 pounds in 7 weeks. It was incredible. I went down about 2 sizes. And just could not believe the results. Had never looked better, but more than that, I noticed I'd also never felt better. My energy level was off the charts. I was waking up on my own at 6 o'clock in the morning, which never happened to me before. So that was all very exciting. When we did that program, we doubled that up with the red light twice a week. What I found the red light, as much as anything, was, yes, I loved the vibration afterwards. I loved the way I felt afterwards. I could tell a difference in my skin, namely like my face and my décolleté, I could tell was just in better shape in general. But it forced me to create a routine where I was making time for myself.
Yes,
and
very important, because you are a very busy woman.
Yes, and it became, I would always come early in the morning. It was like my me time. I would start my day there, and I would take that 25 minutes, because you lay in there for 25 minutes, and it might be just thinking about my day or my schedule, or just getting my thoughts organized, or remembering things that I forgot to do yesterday, and adding that to the list. But it was a great time, and there were a few times with vacations or travel with work and whatnot where I would not get to go to the red light, and I could definitely tell, like, I really missed it. So as much as the Chirothin program, which I still tried to continue and have continued with the healthy eating habits and whatnot, it was just as important to continue with that red light, because that's still my me time, and love that. So I did a second round. Again, I did it again this past spring, so late spring 2022, and lost an additional almost 15 pounds. So through 2 rounds, over the course of the year, I lost nearly 40 pounds.
Wonderful, isn't it?
It was amazing. I think I'm within 10 pounds of my high school weight, which is crazy.
What does losing that do to your self-esteem?
Gosh, I couldn't even quantify it other than just the way that I feel when I walk into a room. The compliments.
You're on stage a lot, aren't you?
I'm on stage a lot. I'm on camera a lot. I'm in front of large groups of people. I'm presenting a lot. And to not have to worry about the subconscious things like pulling my blazer or pulling this down, or is this sitting right, or that, like, I didn't have to do any of that anymore. And it was like retraining my subconscious habits. But then also, it became fun to shop again, which I loved to do before, but now loving to do that again. I used to always joke that you could only shop for shoes because shoes always fit. That's not the case anymore. I could go shop for all kinds of other things, which my checkbook probably doesn't appreciate. But
that's funny.
I definitely have had a lot of fun with that. And then just getting compliments all of the time from people that you don't see all of the time, or you'll post a picture on Facebook, and I don't think you see in yourself the stark difference.
Sure.
But until other people start to notice. You have, what I love about this place is when I come and I do the shaking, I don't know what you call that, afterwards.
The vibration plate?
The vibration, yes. You've got that screen, and I love reading all of those motivational quotes. And at one point you had on there, it's like, at 10 pounds you notice, at 20 pounds other people notice. It was something like that. It was absolutely true. That second I hit 20 pounds, every single day I was getting a compliment. And man, does that not fuel you to want to do it more? So that was a lot of just good old fun.
So some of the other things I love hearing about the red light is people come in, as part of our weight loss programs. I think that's the only thing it does. But we get people tell us all the time, well, I don't hurt anymore. My joints don't hurt as much. I'm sleeping better. As you said, my energy level is better. My head doesn't have that fog anymore. I'm thinking more clearly. So
mental clarity, energy, 100%. And again, it's just like taking the time to get on a rhythm and on a schedule,
right?
As opposed to just, it forced me to, I planned my mornings differently for the red light. I would plan my evenings differently. And then, over time, because it became a lifestyle change.
Right.
So I don't think that the chiropractor, I think you would say this, is the goal isn't to just eat the way you're directed to eat for 6 weeks and then hop right back to it.
It's 100% true.
It's really about continuing on with that lifestyle change and thinking about how you eat and what you're putting into your body every day. And it was the culmination of all of those things. It was, how I was eating. It was how I was caring for myself. It was making sure that I set aside time for the red light to take care of myself. And then it became like this holistic kind of lifestyle change.
Lifestyle
and now
is
it's easy. Yeah.
Lifestyle is the word, because if you don't take the habits that you learn and continue them on, that's why some people yo-yo back and forth. And the problem is, we do know Chirithin is pretty strict, so you can't do that forever as far as that eating program does, but you got to keep those same healthy habits and along the little tweaks that we give you afterwards, and you can create a lifestyle for yourself. That you're still eating good food, aren't you?
I'm still eating good food, and what's better is I've learned how to cook it since. So I was not the cook when I first started, and what I loved about the Chirithin is there was nothing left to question. If you had a question, it was accounted for in that book.
Yes.
And I loved the level of detail that it went into. It allowed me to say, okay, this is what I've got to work with. Now I can take my skill set with cooking or lack thereof and say, okay, how do I make this work for that? And I did. The first time around, it was like a lot of canned green beans. And I think Kelly and them, they would laugh at me, like, you're eating canned green beans. And I'm like, well, that's on the list. But as I grew into the program and started to explore more and look at the recipes and the recipe book that was given to me, I kind of just started branching out. And I've learned all of these new foods that I love, like Brussels sprouts and cabbage steaks and salmon, and just, I would never eat fish, and I love fish. I never knew that.
So let's clarify one point.
Yeah.
Green beans are on the list. Canned green beans are not on the list.
Okay. I rinsed them very good to get the sodium and whatnot off, and I eat fresh too. But sometimes,
convenience and families,
you have to.
easier.
It's like you have to strike a balance, and you follow the rules as often as you can. Are you going to do that 100% of the time?
Nobody's going to forever.
Life happens, and it gets
for
in your
example,
way.
you're a lake person too, and if you go to the lake, you're not eating healthy at the lake.
No.
But you do know that after a lake weekend, okay, I've got to do this, this, and this to help get that inflammation, because you can feel it in your body change, saying, okay, I didn't do too well last weekend. We got to jump right back on this again.
Yes. One thing that I still do to this day, I used to love, my recommendation to people is to really live and die by that book and writing down your daily journal of what you weigh, what you ate, how many bottles of water you drank.
Exactly.
It really it trains you, right? That's like the training wheels on. I still get on a scale every day. Yeah. And if I've been a long weekend at the lake and I get on the scale on Monday, it's so easy to go back and implement the things that you learned along the way. So that's been a game changer for me too. But as much as anything, I have 2 kids that are 13 and 16 and are learning how to eat.
Exactly.
And are learning balance. So what I've found as well, just through my journey, is that I'm also teaching them better eating habits, and that's really yielded some results for them too.
And I will tell you, as your neighbor, I see the pizza truck or pizza car delivery guy a lot less at your house these days than in the years past.
Absolutely true. We've all just kind of learned that it's a lifestyle, but it's also about choices you make, and you can reward yourself, and you can have a piece of cake. The point is, you don't have a piece of cake every day,
and you don't eat the whole damn cake at one time.
As tempting as it may be, yes. And in general, what I've noticed, aside from the weight, when you do kind of fall off the wagon, so to speak, the instantaneous difference that you feel in your body, in how you wake up in the morning, the mental clarity, absolutely.
Sleeping not as well, energy goes down.
It has so much to do with the food that you're putting in your body every day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Kelly, I'm so proud of you, because I knew this was something that was on your mind for a while, and as neighbors, it's kind of a touchy subject to bring up.
Yes.
But I'm glad you asked me about it and decided to participate because you are absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Not that you weren't before, but as Nick says, do you see that smoke show coming in and out of my house every day?
Well, I appreciate that, and yeah, you're obviously a wonderful neighbor, but you and your team have just been absolutely wonderful to work with. Anytime I had a question, anytime I just needed like moral support, frankly, yes. I mean, you in your office, you were my biggest cheerleader, and that motivated me too, so thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming in.
My pleasure.